Hi, Christina. How are you?
Hi, Nicolina. I'm fine. How are you?
Good, good. Thanks for joining me today. I know you reached out, trying to come to counseling in the past, I want to say week or so, you contacted the office. So just want to thank you for, taking the time out of your day to come. Um, so just to give you a little bit background about myself, my name is Nicolina. I go by Nikki though, a little bit easier for people to pronounce. I have been counseling for a few months now, so this is my first time. You're actually one of my first clients that I've ever had. Um, so this is a little bit new for me, but with all the practice and the learning that I've had from some of my experiences, working in and out of some schools, and then also some therapy facilities as well. I've been able to again, I get the build up all my skills to be able to finally do this, finally have a client. um so just a little bit of that was a little background about myself, and then just want to let that this is a counseling for a lot of people. It can be it's a little daunting. You're kind of on the seat or the end of where you're the one that's a little, you're gonna have to work on a little bit of your vulnerability, of coming in here and just basically opening up yourself, or begin to learn to open up yourself to somebody else. And so, just with that, I'm trying to, obviously create an environment where it's very comforting and you feel safe. You don't feel like I'm judging you or maybe imposing my values or my beliefs onto you. And so that's kind of one of my big things that I really want to make sure that I'm doing. And if, obviously, if any point in time that you feel like I'm not doing that for you, definitely reach out. If you can't speak to me directly, maybe to one of the other counselors or the other people that work in our office building. And then also, I just want to let you know as well, before we begin most of our sessions, or actually all of our sessions, I'm going to have you, the first one will be a written consent form. And also we're going to do verbal ones after that. Basically just letting you know that anything that you say is confidential between me and you. But of course, if there's anything that, you're possibly talking about harming yourself or others, or just anything else that just kind of seems a little like it's, yeah, just a little questionable. I may have to report that, just so that you are safe. And it's kind of my one of my ethical duties, really, to ensure that this relationship and the therapeutic relation that we create is a good one. So here I already sent over to you the voluntary consent form as well. And also, I know that right now we're doing this through Zoom. I usually do this over in person. However, with my situation at the moment, I wasn't able to meet with you in person. So if this also works for you for future to do classes, sessions during Zoom, that would be perfect. We continue with that. So yes. Do you have any questions before we begin about the consent or confidentiality or anything?
No, you've explained it pretty well, but I am definitely a little nervous. I've never really been to counseling before, and I've kind of always been like not super open to it. So, but you made me feel a little bit more comfortable.
Okay, awesome. Great. So I guess to begin, just I guess start off, talking about a little bit about yourself, maybe, where you come from, and just, I guess, some background information before, we kind of get into, the reasons why you came here for counseling.
Well, my name is Christina Morales. I am 25 years old. I am in sports right now. I'm a student athlete. I'm in college. Wait, graduate school. I'm sorry. My brain is like as you can see, I'm a little stressed out. But no, I'm studying right now. But I'm also doing sports. I run track professionally. So I'm just trying to find a balance of, getting my master's and running track as well. And, just trying to have a social life and, kind of like being with my family and communicating with my family. So yeah, I'm actually here in counseling as like my siblings have, kind of asked me, and I think it's just been kind of something that it has been, I've been needing to do, just to kind of come to counseling, just to talk about things and have a third party, just kind of highlight certain things in my life, whether I need to talk about things or just get it off my chest,
Right.
or I don't know, just be able to have just another outlet,
Right.
not the school, not in books, not in on the track.
Exactly. Yes.
Maybe not even with like biased family or friends, but just having like a third party where I can just kind of talk to and vent to, or they can give me advice to on
Right.
things that I need.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
So
No.
not a lot to work
Yeah.
with, but
Yeah.
kind of where I'm at right now.
Yeah. Yeah, you definitely mentioned, you said that you were a little stressed right now, after hearing what you were saying, that, you're in grad school, you are, professional athlete. That is a lot to, be doing, for one person, and all at the same time as well. So I definitely understand that and I hear that. Um, can you tell me a little bit about, I guess, I know you said you had mentioned that were wanting to come to counseling as an outlet, and I guess have that unbiased feedback. How, I guess, what are your, I mean, besides having it, that outlet, what other things, I guess, do you believe that the counseling can, um, I guess your goal with the counseling of how, you want it to make you feel when when you leave counseling, or, when you've had a long day at class, how the counseling will help with that.
I don't know. I think it can help me unpack a lot of things that I've kind of been holding on, maybe from my past, whether that's relationships or just stuff with family, or I don't know, it can help debunk a lot of things that I feel like, because I have a lot of things I feel like that I talk or not talk about. Yeah, I guess go through in my head. I guess just kind of like talking it through with somebody, just so that maybe when I go into the world, it's like I won't feel so stressed. Like if something else is happening, then it's like, oh, okay, now I know how to approach the situation. I
Right.
can, just maybe take 3 deep breaths, be more mindful, and be like, okay, this is what I need to do moving forward.
Right.
Or whether that's, or even within like a workout, when I'm about to be on the line, have to do a hard workout, and I might like have a little anxiety. It's just like
Mm,
maybe some of the tips you tell me can help me to get through what I need to
right.
do.
Yes. No, makes sense. Makes sense. Um, and so, I started thinking, are you possibly also traveling a lot as well? Does it traveling, kind of um, throw off that balance a little bit, do you think, or not really?
Yeah, I think, yeah, definitely. I'm not a huge, like, I travel a lot when I'm in track season, like during the summertime. Like right now, I'm actually traveling.
Mm,
But like I think I'm not a huge fan of traveling, because I always like wish I was like I Dream a Genie. I can just like snap my fingers and I
right.
can get to where I need to go. But
Yeah.
and I think it just kind of throws off my nutrition, because you always have to eat out. And so it kind of throws me off mentally a little bit. But I do love to try, like, if that makes sense. I don't like to the physical active traveling, but I like to see countries and be able to run and do what I love to do. So yeah, I think it's a little bit of both, not being stationary all the time.
Right.
It's kind of being on the go. So I think that's just, but I feel like I've always lived my life on the go, but I do need to like be appreciative of the still moments that I have.
Right. Okay. So you said, you mentioned, going back to what you said about, sometimes you get a little bit of anxiety um, with, um, I'm sorry, you said, what was the anxiety for again? I can't remember what you
Like
were.
maybe when I'm on the line at track,
When on the
like
line and track,
because
right?
we don't always know our workouts before we're about to do,
Right.
step on the line. So
Right.
he'll tell us like literally as he's about to blow the whistle, oh, this is what you have, And I've been doing a lot better at that and not, kind of being in my head. But
Mm,
I'm human, you have those moments where you're like, dang, this is
yeah.
really a lot right now.
Right. Yeah.
But
Okay. So I guess we
and I
can.
don't think it's like anxiety, like how people think about anxiety, like I'm like freaking out, or I mean, everyone's anxiety is different. Mine is kind of more like inward. Mine's more like mental, I think.
Mm, yeah, and I guess that would make sense with the type of sport that you have as well. Of course, it is physical, but there is a lot of mental, um, strategies and things that you're thinking about while you are, preparing for your competition or for practice in general. So that makes a lot of sense. And I definitely would agree with that. Okay, so I guess what we can work on here then is, um, you know, I mean, obviously, I want to continue to get to know you and kind of more about the track and how, and also school and how that kind of affects um, how you've been able to, balance those things and I guess, kind of get to where you are now to kind of see those behaviors and things that, the anxiety that's been coming up. And maybe you said that the nervousness of, even being in counseling. So just kind of, I guess, working on that. And then as well as, helping you find those goals and those little, maybe techniques that we can use, whether that's like breathing or, words of affirmation, um, kind of things of that nature where we're trying to help you to maybe have more positive self-talk with yourself. I know that's a big one that a lot of people struggle with, and sometimes they don't even know that they have these maybe negative behaviors that they're doing and things that they're saying to themselves that are actually kind of really hindering them from trying to be the best they can be mentally. And I think that's where we could take that for sure. Um, and definitely get to understanding that more. Um, so that will conclude our session for today. I just wanted to, as I say, get a little bit of background of you and let you know who I am. Um, is there um, anything else that you want to bring up today or talk about?
No, not right now. I think this was enough for right now. I'm
Okay.
looking forward to our next session though.
Okay, great. Yeah, no, I am too. Yeah, I'm really glad I got to, I said, know you a little bit, understand that you come from, that you're 25 years old, pretty young as well, in graduate school, which is extremely impressive, running track professionally, and that, you travel quite a lot for the sport, and, that you do have your anxiety and those kind of issues, or excuse me, not issues, but those things that are kind of like, possibly holding you back from, all the opportunities and the great things that you really, can achieve. So, but yeah, thank you for today. And I'll look forward to seeing you in the next couple weeks. Okay, thanks.
No problem, Nikki. See you next week.
Bye.